To make concepts, you will need a pencil, a piece of paper, a laptop, and a brain, whether it's a Windows, an iOS or an iPhone concept. Why a paper? Well, I try to draw all the ideas that are coming from my mind. It can be a representation of a shot, an icon, or a feature. This part is essential for the whole creative process before getting to design. The next step is finding the right feature to design. I try to read a lot of wishlists on Reddit, on Twitter, and also ask you on Reddit, ask other tech YouTubers and tech journalists, or over here in the community tab, what do you want to see? And after that, I have to summarize the hundreds of feedback into a simple list of 7 to 10 features that I find interesting to design. Now, let's start designing. As you know, every one of my concepts has been made with PowerPoint. Now I get it, PowerPoint is sort of a weird choice for UI and animations like this. But for me, personally, it just makes sense. I read all of the comments and one question was coming back each time. How did you do this with PowerPoint? Well, I'll try to answer that. Let's start with the basics. Look at the screenshot from my iOS 15 concept. What can you see? Every text, every icon, and even the wallpaper are PowerPoint shapes. Yes, PowerPoint shapes, I'm not even kidding. Damn! Same story for Windows 11. Look at this animation. Everything you can see here has been made with shapes. Let's take an example from iOS 15. Look at this interactive widget animation. Let's break it into parts. First, we have the wallpaper. Then we have the app grid. And finally, the 3 widgets that we are going to make interactive. I usually start with the guidelines to make sure that the feature goes well with Apple's design language. For the widget animation, we just have to design the home screen with the right spacing for icons. For the wallpaper, let's create a rectangle. And for the icons, let's create a cube with rounded corners. Duplicating it over the screen is time consuming, so I use the group feature, which is so underrated. Now that we have the grid, we can start pasting the icons and the wallpaper. This can be easily done within the filling options. I copy the image of the icon, select the shape and paste it. And a few moments later, we have a proper iOS home screen. Now let's animate it. Look at the to-do list animation. Once pressed, the Apple's text goes gray and goes down. This animation is in 3 parts. The first part is when we are pressing the toggle. It's a fade animation. Then a gray line appears. It's a wipe animation. And finally, the text, the line and the toggle go down. That's done with Morph. Morph is such a powerful tool. You just put shapes in a position, move them on the next slide, and PowerPoint will generate an animation. And now, the widget animation is complete. Every animation on this concept and on Windows 11 has been designed and animated in the same way. Let me ask you a question. Want to do concepts like me and don't have Office or legit Windows? Well, I've got something for you. Thanks to channel sponsor Keys Off, an online store selling official software and game products, you will get an Office and Windows 10 bundle for only $36 thanks to a 58% rebate with my code. And to order, it's easy as this. Just enter the code, your credentials, and you can even pay with PayPal or your regular credit card, and your code will come to you. Once you get it, just type activation in the search bar on Windows, enter your new purchase key, and boom, you are activated. If you are interested and need more details, just head to the links down below. Now, let's talk 3D. As you saw last year, I started designing phones in 3D. PowerPoint supports 3D, but just for animations. This is where Solidworks enters the chat. Solidworks is a professional CAD software meant for designing parts and much more. As you may not know, I'm an engineering student and I chose this software because I learned it in one of my classes. You can obviously use Blender or any other CAD software to build 3D models. Let's have a look on how to animate 3D models inside PowerPoint. First, just drag and drop a compatible model. You can play with dragging it in all 3 axes. And for animation, it's like 2D, but you have to consider the Z axis. Look at this simple animation. Like on iOS, it's a mix of morph and basic animations. First, let's rotate the model. A 180-degree anti-clockwise movement with a smooth start and a smooth finish. Then, let's add a line animation to make the phone go up. You can change the settings and the timing as you wish, of course. Now we have entering animation. Let's do the morph animation to make visible the 3 other colors of the iPhone. Drag and drop the other models and make them the same size as the previous one. Let's align them at the same position on the first slide and at the position we want in the second slide. PowerPoint will generate the right animation. Every 3D animation on the channel has been done in the same way. The most difficult part in this is tinkering the time of the animation to make smooth enough for the viewer and also to be synced to the background music. If you want to get into creation like 3D modeling or UI design, you don't need the latest Mac or the most powerful computer with ultra costly software to make great things. These are not essential for creativity. Just let your creativity drive you no matter how you do it. So that's how I make my concepts. I hope I answered all of the questions. Let me know down below in the comments if you like this one or have ideas to improve this behind the scenes stuff. If you are new here, feel free to subscribe and leave a like. 97% of you are unsubscribed, so please subscribe. A huge thanks to Keysoft for sponsoring this one and for those who are here since the beginning. Thank you for watching and see you next time.